Thanks for giving up your time and squeezing into this tight gap so you can all hear. But really appreciate all you coming out on a Sunday night. I know a lot of us would have been there Friday night, all Saturday. The last thing you really want to do is come to the stadium, but it's great to see such a big turnout for a man-to-man defensive clinic on a Sunday night. So really appreciate that effort. The reason we've started doing these, when I first started in the role 2.5 years ago, we tried to do individual ones with clubs, and it was really hard to organise. So what we found more effective was if we just picked a topic and put it on and then record it, we get a lot of people here, and then we also put it online. So we want to keep doing it. We are doing man-to-man defence. Reason behind it is it's an important skill to teach, but as some people have already found out, in a bit of time there will be the no zone rule come in under 14s and down in domestic, so we want to start the education process as well of how to teach man-to-man effectively. I say this with all the clinics I do, the job of the junior coach is to develop a love of the game for athletes, all right, and it doesn't mean it's all fun and games and things like that, but you want them to enjoy it, because at this age you want to keep coming back and be in it forever. Jared and I aren't very good basketball players, but we're still in basketball because we love it. So Jared's 30-something and he still loves basketball like he was a 12-year-old and that. So we want him to be in the game. How that relates to this, man-to-man defense is really important, partly because if you play man-to-man, generally the games are higher scoring. All right, and we would like to see more scoring in some of our games on Friday nights with the under 8s and Saturdays with the under 12s and 14s, under 10s to 14s, but it's also a good skill for them to have. So being able to defend one-on-one, God, they're loud, those birds. All right, being able to defend one-on-one is the 5th skill. So passing, shooting, dribbling, footwork, and then being able to guard one-on-one, they're the 5 fundamental skills. All right, so it's a really important attribute. How we're going to do it is the same as what we've done with building team offense. So the teaching methodology is whole, part, whole. Whole, part, whole. So we'll walk through it really quickly and talk about the overview. Then we'll break it down with individual defensive drills and then team breakdowns, and then we'd go back to scrimmage. We won't obviously scrimmage tonight, but that's how I would teach it if I was doing it. Then you're coaching it on the run. Effort, energy and toughness is intangible to defense. So it's important to teach it at a young age, because if you just teach them to run back and sit in a 2-3 zone, even though it might be more effective, it actually isn't teaching the skills they need to have. That you've got to give an effort and chase and close out and all those little things. So it's really important that we do teach that. The most important thing though to know and learn, if you take one thing away from today, the most important thing to start with teaching man-to-man defense is it's about positioning. All right, so positioning is key. So boys, Lockie, come out here. Zach, come out here. So if I'm on the ball, so Lockie's got the ball on the wing. If Zach's defending the ball, his positioning must be ball, you, basket. So he's here, touch distance, ball, you, basket. Get there, down in stance, bit closer, butt down, chest up. Come on, get your chest up, get down. Come on, man. All right, so if he's on the ball, this is a really simple concept, but it's hard and it's a good way to explain it. Ball, you, basket. So at all times when you're defending the ball, you want to be between your player and the basket with your butt pointing to the ring. If you do that, we should be able to force a contested shot. So on the ball, you, basket. All right, give me two more. One white, one dark. So the dark on offense. Quick, dark on offense. Just one. All right, all of you come out. That'll do. Yep, keep coming. Leave the ball. Here, go on the wing, Daniel. Come out, man. All right, so now off the ball, it's ball, you, man. Ball, you, man. So right now, remind me your name? Drace. So Drace has to be ball, you, man. Where are you right now? So he's got to get here, where it's ball, him, his man. All right, and he's got to be on the basket side. But he's got to be in a flat triangle. So he's in a triangle, point at both. All right, see both. Now you're starting to play help defense, which is a core principle of man-to-man, or you call it shell principles. All right, so On the ball, you, basket. Off the ball, you, your man. See both. All right, so where would you be, Paul? Keep coming over more because you've got to give help. Point them. See both. Ball, you, man. All right, so off the ball, you, man. On the ball, you, basket. Now for us, that's really simple, and all you going, yeah, we know, Reese, whatever. But that's what the kids have to understand. If they don't understand that, it doesn't matter the rest of it. It doesn't matter how cool your rules are, whatever. All right, they've got to understand that is the basic principle. Your positioning is key because it doesn't matter if Zach's the fastest player in the world, the greatest athlete, but if he starts in the wrong position, Lockie is still, most of the time, going to put him in a position of disadvantage and score or draw a foul. All right, so positioning is key. And that's what we'll emphasize as we get to the team defense. All right, a lot of today will focus on individual defense because I think it's just crucial. The best way to teach man-to-man defense is get great at containing the ball. So if Zach doesn't get beat, we don't have to worry about helping. All right, so we'll try and go through that a fair bit. And once we get the positioning, then we can start to coach the other things, communication, rotations, all those sort of things. But without positioning, the rest of it's done. The last point before we start doing some things, one of the things I've noticed in the last 5 years or so is the importance of teaching foul discipline. So teaching these guys not to foul. All right, I remember back to the dark days when I was playing, which wasn't very good, like I said, and people would almost reward you for getting fouled out and saying, great job, it meant you had to go, you did whatever. Stop doing that, please. All right, because fouls are bad. If you foul at a high level and they get older, they shoot foul shots. They're really good at them, they shoot 80, 90%, not good. All right, and it's hard to break those habits. All right, it's really hard. So teaching foul discipline and staying in front and being tough and making them make the shot is a really key attribute that we're going to focus on today. So we want to defend, force contested shots without fouling. All right, so foul discipline's key. That's my little rant to start with. Is there any questions or anything so far? I've skipped over anything? Nope. All right, cool. So like I said, a lot of the stuff we're going to do to start with is about individual defense, because if we can do that, it makes the team stuff a lot better. If we can't guard at all, it doesn't matter. All right, so they've got to be able to defend. All right, boys, start down the baseline in partners, and we need, in your partner, you need one basketball. So you guys are fine. I need you guys to get a basketball. There's one in the bag. Get it? And then you guys will go on. So I'm just going to work through this defensive sequence. It looks like a lot of drills, but we'll actually get through them really quick, particularly the first few, those first four. You could do this, so everyone gets a half court for 45 minutes or an hour for the domestic training. I think you could do this really quick, a couple of times throughout the season, and see really good improvement in your athletes' defense and their individual containment and what you value. All right. By the flip side of that, if the defense gets better, you're also going to be improving your offensive players. So the first one is cricket drill. So, start next to each other. Give Zach the ball. All right, so the defender starts with the ball. Line up behind him. He starts with the ball. He's got to imagine the ball is the player he's trying to get back in front. So one of the key concepts is they've got to get back to that ball you basket situation. And too often with kids, so start dribbling, Zach, they get content with running alongside and trying to do this. All right? They've got to get back to ball, me, basket, or ball, you, basket. So they've got to get back to here. So the first drill we do, start back down there. Quick. You're going to roll the ball out, and like a cricket fielder, you've got to get behind the ball and in front. So you've got to pick a spot on the floor and beat it to it. Again, simple drill for us to understand, but young kids, important for them to get. So you're going to roll it out, and then you've got to pick a spot on the floor to sprint and get back in front, pick it up. All right? You can't pick it up on the side. You can't do any of that. Make sense? Good? Let's see it once. Roll it. Chase. Get in front before you pick it up. So you've got to get completely in front and shut the gate, pick a spot on the floor, pick that thing up. Go. Roll it back to him. Sprint, get there. Pick a spot on the floor. Good. Keep it back. So they've literally got to pick a spot where they're going to beat it to. And it's the same when they're dribbling a ball. All right, but they don't know they're doing it yet. Go. Sprint. Get in front. Pick it up. Get right in front. Keep going. Sprint. Next one, go. Get right in front. So pick a spot on the floor where I'm going to beat it to. Go, go. This is a good drill, under 8s, under 10s, even under 12s, all right? Once they get to this stage, hopefully they've already grasped that concept, but you might do it real quick, all right? You might do it real quick. Get in front, all right? So they've got to get back to ball you basket positioning. Oh, that's a quick one. Ball you basket positioning and get that concept of cutting them off and picking a spot on the floor, not just running beside the ball. All right, hold there. Come back to your partner. Good job. Good job. All right, the next one, gapping the handler. So the other concept we want them to get is once they get ball you basket, they want to keep touch distance. So we don't want to get up like this, because what's going to happen? What are you going to do? What's going to happen? You'll either beat me or what? Foul. So it's either beat, no good, foul, no good. All right? So I got to keep touch distance, gap, and be down in stance. All right? Can you do that? Let's see it. Touch distance. Good. So now, Lockie's just going to dribble at you, and you just got to keep the gap. Keep coming back to halfway. All right? Keep coming back to halfway. Can you get down in stance? So sit, chest up, shoulders back. All right? And you're going to be on those toes. Quick as you can. Quick as you can. Start dribbling, just walking to start with. Straight line, straight line. Keep moving. Keep moving back. Gap it. Go. Zach, go faster. Go faster. Go faster. Faster, faster. So you've got to go a little bit faster than a walk. You're going like this to start with. And Zach, you're just keeping your feet, keeping that gap. All right? So you've got to maintain that touch distance. Let's see it. Let's see it. Touch distance. Go. Straight line, straight line, straight line. Keep a gap, keep a gap, keep a gap. Go, boys. So it must have been a bad explanation. So the person with the ball is just going straight. They're just going straight and just half pace. And all they've got to do is move back and just maintain that gap. Yeah, not trying to get past. This is control. Just trying to get the principle. Hold there. Bad coaching. So boys, the person with the ball doesn't zig or zag or try and beat them. They're just going half pace, all right, straight line. The person who's defending, all their job is to do is to have touch distance and maintain it. Come at me. That. Keep going. Keep going. And I'm just got to keep that gap. That's it. That's it. Just for the start. Just so I get the principle of gapping. It's not live one-on-one. It's controlled. Go again. Go again. Gap it. Good. Keep going. That's good. That's good. Keep going. Keep going. Good. Good. Zach, keep moving your feet. Keep moving your feet. All right. So Zach's getting upright. He's got to stay down. Keep going. Keep moving, Lockie. Go, go, Paul, go faster. That's pretty good. That's what we're trying to get to. All right, hold there, hold there. Come back. As in, just come back. All right, so cricket drill. Start with to get the principle, ball you basket. All right, not running alongside the ball, getting back in front. Once they get that understanding, they've got to be between their play and the basket. They've got to work on maintaining a gap, touch distance. All right, everyone needs a basketball this time. So then when they get that, at least they've got a basic understanding of how they've got to defend. Now we coach the detail a little bit more on their stance and their footwork. All right, so they're going to hate this, but it's going to be good. All right, so this is ball slide, so drill 3. So again, with your team, you would have rolled through this really quick, really quick. All right, so you got to start on the baseline, hand on the ball, down in stance. So one of the key things they've got to understand is they've got to play low. All right, they've got to play low. So on my notes, I've got nose to chest. So if I'm guarding Lockie and he's got the ball, I want to be nose to chest. All right, that's how low I want to be, because generally lowest player wins. All right, so if I stand up and you're lower, you'll be faster than me. All right, because he's ready to start the race. So I've got to be lower, and the guide I give is nose to chest. So that's how low I want to be. All right, how we're going to drill that to start with is the ball slides. So they're going to start down in stance, hand on the ball, sit into their game, butt down, chest up, and have a hand on the ball. The other hand is up as a deflector. All right, so you're going to start here, down in stance, tap the ball twice and slide twice. Point the toe the direction you're going. 1, 2. Then change the other way. 1, 2. Now, the other arm is up and it's like a windscreen wiper on a car. All right, so he's trying to deflect and deter passes. You got it? Give it a crack. Now, I'm not mean. You're only going to go to the foul line. But you got to get down low and you can't just open the gate. You got to just swing step. Swing step. All right? Sit low. Let's go. Keep your hand on the ball the whole time. You guys go. Let's see it. Good, Daniel. Big to bigger, so their feet shouldn't come together. Big to bigger. Big to bigger. Next, go, go. Keep going, boys. Whew. You're only going to the foul line, so you got to change hands. Change hands. Just hold up, boys. What have we noticed about their stance for some of them? What do we notice? Yeah. So some of them to counter getting low, all right, which is really hard, particularly for someone fat and slow like me, all right, it's really hard, but you got to sit. You guys, this, all right, so like Rick said, it was leaning here and straight-legged. That's not good. That's not going to be quick. You got to sit low, all right? You're only going baseline to foul line. That's it, all right? So get low, chest up. You got to see it. Feel the ball. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, let's go again. Let's go again. Sit. Where's that deflector? Paul, get that deflector going, like a windscreen wiper on a car. So you just got to sit that butt down, get that chest up. Don't lean down. Sit, sit, chest up. So Zach, don't. Yeah, but you can't have this. You got to push those shoulders back. Keep going. Yeah, yeah, all those sort of things. But obviously they're not going to get this low in a game, but it's emphasizing something further. All right, hold there. All right, so we would have to work on that a little bit, get the teaching points like Coach is saying, get your head back, but really working on sitting into their game and starting to get that understanding of nose to chest. Now we build that to some controlled one-on-one again. All right, so we're going with one basketball. One basketball, one basketball. Yep, come on defense. No, Machar, you come on defense. All right, so now we're going in their corridors, because again, we only got a half court. So you've only got lane line to lane line. You've only got sideline to lane line. All right, sideline to lane line, that's your corridor. All right, so we're playing in that. So now we're working on turning the handler. Again, I would keep this controlled to start with, and then get more competitive as they get better. So, the first thing, Machar, ball you basket and nose to chest, so sit down. Are you touch distance? Get closer. I know you got long arms, so get closer. All right, so he's got to get that. Sit into his game, nose to chest, touch distance. All right, playing there. Now, getting a little bit technical, but point the toe the direction you're going. All right, so that's pretty good stance right there. All right, that's pretty good. So now, you're going to take 2 dribbles one way, and you got to slide. Go. I'll hold there. Now, if you're just there, is he going to change direction? Go back to where you were. Is he going to change direction? So you got to get across and close the gate. So you got to get across more with his foot and turn him back the other way. Then you change your hands as he changes. So it goes the other way. Spear hand, deflect hand. Where's your deflect hand moving? Then swing step again. Boom. Go. All right, not too bad. Only to the foul line. Only to the foul line, then swap and go back. All right? Let's see it one more time. One more time. All right. Good. Move your feet. Go a bit faster. Good. So now we should start to get a little bit of pace in it. They've got to keep that gap. They've got to get nose to chest. Always ball you basket. Let's see it a couple of times. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, Zach. You got to get lower, man. Good, Daniel. That was good. Swing your hands, change direction, then swap over on the way back. Let's go. Get down, Lockie. Get down. Come on, keep a gap. Keep a gap. Keep a gap. Good. Make each other work. Just stay in your corridor. Make each other work. Down. Turn the handler. Cut him off. Keep going. Keep a gap. All right, not too bad. Not too bad. Hold there. Go back. So the one concept, and possibly it was too much information at one time, that we didn't quite get was the concept of closing the gate. So if Lockie goes, and I'm sliding with him, like he's not going to turn just for the sake of it now. Here he has to because of the sideline, but we have to get there and really cut him off to make him actually change direction. So if we're really working on turning them, all right, and trying to slow him down, make him zig and zag, I've really got to get across, nose to chest, but I've got to turn him and get him going the other way. So I've got to cut him off, all right? Whereas boys, we sort of just relied on the sideline. They got there, then they changed, all right? So let's just go one. Start down there on the yellow line. Let's go. All you guys, quick. Start down there. On this side only. So just so we can see him a bit more live, we're going to do the exact same thing, but now it's going to be live from there. You've only got the split line, Daniel. So imaginary line down the middle, and then it's live one-on-one. So your job is to turn him, all right, and then force a contested shot. You're going to get a shot, all right? Split line. So you've only got to here. So if you score on this side of the court, you're fine, all right? But you're trying to beat him. You're down in stance, nose to chest, maintain a gap, deflect hand, spear hand, all those things. Get close to touch distance, down in stance. Go. Cut him off, cut him off. Good, next one, here we go, here we go. Let's go. Here we go. Move your feet, go Lockie, beat him. Come on, come on. Offensive player, try and beat him, try and beat him. Make sure we close the gate. Machar, close the gate. Not too bad, rebound. So just think about what we're seeing from controlled to live, and I'll ask the question in a sec. Go faster, Machar, come on. All right, boys, hold there, come over. Hold your basketballs, come over, quick. Come over. All right, so what did we notice when it went live? What happened to a lot of the technique? Yeah, it went out the window, right? Now, part of that is the technique, it takes a lot of time, all right? So even when I coached in WNBL, we still did the ball drill, and they hated it, but we still did it just to work on getting them low and in stance, all right? It didn't mean it was perfect all the time, but we just tried to drill that in. What mainly happens though, and this is a concept that I didn't have down but probably need to mention just briefly, is you can't always slide. So there's defensive sliding, all right? But a lot of the time when you start to get beat, boys, what are you going to have to do? You're going to have to sprint, you're going to have to run. So again, it comes back to that cricket ball drill where we rolled it out and they ran and got back in front. That wasn't there. All right, with some of them. So they did this initial part, they started to get beat, and rather than pick a spot on the floor and try and get back, they just ran alongside or trailed behind, whatever. So as they're going and sliding and the person goes quick, they might have to run, boom, and then cut them off and close the gate. All right, have we got that concept? Enough to move on? Yeah, just wanted to close off on that, but it was correct feedback. All right, you guys are down here. Down here. Put a ball on the wing. Put a ball on the wing. Top. Put a ball on the wing. All right, you guys are down here. 3 lines. One here, and one there. Everyone else off. Ready to come on. All right, so I've got it down as 4-ball closeout drill because we were going to have 8, but 2 haven't shown up. But we'll do 3-ball closeout drill. It's the exact same thing, just one less person. So one of the skills you've got to teach is closing out. So once we get in the, this is man or zone, but being able to close out is probably the hardest thing to do. So coaching that's really important. Again, this could be a quick warm-up drill that you just get through, but to drill the technique before playing it one-on-one. So you're going to start down in stance and pulsing on your feet. So both feet at the same time, bouncing. Both feet at the same time, bouncing. Down, down, bounce on your feet, bounce. Good. When I say go, you're going to close out to the top, imagining that's a player. Hold for a second. When I say go, All right, so you got top, wing, wing. All right, so you want to stay down in stance. The first few steps are long, the last few steps are choppy, and then I want 2 hands up, butt down, head back, and I'm going to say what? Ball. So everyone knows you're on it, so we don't have 3 people running at it. Okay? So, and then as soon as they're out of the way, Zach and your group, I want you coming in, down in stance, ready to go. So work on your stance, ready to take off when I call it. Can we do that? All right, so close out technique. First few steps long, last ones are choppy. All right, head back, butt down, 2 hands up, and you say ball. Ready? Let's start. Go. Next, come on, straight in, come on. Lower, Zach, low, ready to go, come on. Go. Go. Rotate lines. Go. Go. All right, any observations on technique? The hold? Yeah, some of them are missing the real choppy steps because we want to contain and contest, all right? So I want to get there and contest the shot as we get older, and we want to play with that touch distance, not just teach them because kids can't shoot, sit back. We want to challenge them, get touch distance, but we can't run out like this because we'll get smoked, all right? So we've got to have those choppy steps and contain, all right? The other thing I noticed is when we said 2 hands up, and it's poor teaching by me, you've got to have your thumbs together. You have them like this, good player's going to just shoot through, all right? They've got to be up and high. 2 high hands, butt down, there. All right, not out like this, not like this. All right, makes sense? Then when I finish, I've got to make sure I'm touch distance from the ball. And I finish with my butt down pointing to the rim. Ball, you, basket. Ball, here. All right, finish like that. Don't just run off at the end of the closeout. Let's go a couple more. Let's go, quick. Pulse your feet. Zach, get on. Low. Go. Zach, chop those feet. I know I'm being tough. You got to get it done, man. Go. Chop them. So long steps, last few chop. Go. Come on. Make sure you're changing lines, your group. Go. Better. Here we go. Go. Not bad. Here we go. Go. Don't rush off, man. Don't rush off. Go. All right, freeze. That's pretty good. All right, probably a tiny bit close, but that's pretty good of what we're trying to get. All right, some of the others are a bit too upright, even from the start. You see they're not comfortable getting low. You really got to coach the stance. It's not natural. All right, but all athletic sports, boxing, whatever else you can think of, tennis, you play in that position. It's an athletic position, boys. So if you want to be an athlete, you got to get used to it. All right? Otherwise, take up coaching. And then you can be like me, and you're all good. All right? But you've got to get used to it. All right? You've got to get used to playing in that position. So, come on now. You're on the block. Lockie, you're on the wing. All right, all you guys come over here. All right, again, technique versus game-like skill, a lot different. So now we've got to actually let them play and explore it, and they're going to make mistakes. It's going to be rubbish at times, but it's the only way they'll actually understand to apply it and maybe buy into the drill work, maybe. All right, so your job, Lockie, on offense is going to be to start after the three-point line, down in stance. As the pass comes, step into it, ready to play. So pass. As you pass, you're going to close out. So to buy yourself a bit more time, you've got to be smart and throw it a little bit higher. All right, so come back. So you're going to throw it up, close out, and where were the hands? Where were the feet? All right, so you've got to go ball like we did before. All right, and then we play live one-on-one from there. So you want to get short, choppy feet, 2 hands up, say ball, and then finish down in stance. All right, hand above the ball, because as he gets older, he's going to be a better shooter. All right, then it's live one-on-one from there. I'll coach some detail on the run. Let's see it. Boys, get 2 of you up here ready to come on offense, 2 on defense. All right, defense needs the ball, Zach, if you're watching. Defense needs the ball. Out of the way, out of the way, out of the way. Next one, let's go, next one. Down in stance. Next one, let's go. Oh, go again, go again, go again. Next one. Jared, can you start the clock, please? All right, hold there. You guys tell them. What do we see? What do you see, Dave? Come on, I know you want to. Yeah. Yeah. So correct. So you got to get there to contest the shot, but you got to contain, and that's where we're really struggling. We're all getting smoked right now. So when I throw that thing out, I got to be thinking, yes, get my hands up, but I got to get my feet away. All right, and I've got to be ready to move them because you're going to come at me. So general rule, I throw it out, I'm coming up, 2 hands up. I've still got to learn to read his intent. Now they're probably not there yet, they're too young, whatever, but as you get older you want to read the intent of that person catching it. Are they catching a shooter, are they driving it? So you're trying to read it, all right, which will determine quite how close you get. But the main thing is, get those 2 hands up, get that nose to chest, all right, have those choppy feet and be bouncing like you guys. When I was bouncing before, all right, you guys are getting annoyed with it, but you got to be active. You got to have that athletic stance and be active. So down, now, general rule. I want to keep him behind the edge of the backboard or outside the elbow. So I want to limit the dribble penetration. So if he goes behind the backboard and makes a tough shot down here, we've got to live with it as coaches because they're going to make something. If we keep him outside the elbow and he makes a tough shot, we've got to live with it. All right, but we don't want to open the gate and get smoked. So I don't want to be here and you come at me and I go like that. All right, which is what we've done a little bit so far. Come back. So how we help with that is when I come out and I say ball and get hand on it, any movement forward or whatever makes a movement. I go back first, then across. So it comes at me, back, then across. All right, go the other way, back, then across. Try and beat him to the spot. So get him gapping it first. That comes back to the first drill we did about keeping the gap. So your movement is close out, high hands, butt down, say ball, nose to chest, ball you basket, a lot of information, right? But it all makes sense. Then as he comes at you, back, then across, depending on which way he goes. Try and do that. You've got to be down though, like coach was saying. See it. Not too bad, that was better. Make sure you contest, that was better. Here we go. You got to say ball. Ball. Back, then across. Good. Get in front. Rebound. Get it. Not too bad. Keep him outside the elbow though. Here we go. Ball. Paul, you got to get lower. You got to get lower. Here we go. Back and across. Rebound. Good. Again, that's the sort of shot we would live with. If they make that, good luck. Hold it. Go again. Zach, I know you're going to hate me, but I'm trying to make you better and trying to get them to see it. You've got to have choppy steps, light feet. Let's do it. Bit better. Move, keep moving. Good. Not bad. All right, here we go, one more. So you can see the challenge is going from drill to live, but then still having some detail and just fleshing it out. It's not going to be perfect. They're going to make mistakes, but you just got to stay with it. Next, quick, come on boys. Go quick, get around. Paul, stop, that's not around, go again. You gotta get around, man. There is rules. Start again. Now, as I've let them get the drill, now I want to build more detail into it. So, what hasn't there been so far at all? Yeah, no communication. All right, very limited closeout as well. So now we just emphasize, boys, what we just did before, I want to see better closeouts. All right, so I want to see us get out, meet the ball, choppy steps, then keep in front. Now it's hard because you've got to help him recover, but let's work on that. As coach said, let's make sure we hear ball. Your job is to get around there as quick as you can. Now if he sits under the ring, what shot would you take? Or just the jump shot. Come around here, jump shot. Why shoot the floater? All right, let's see it. Let's go. Go, Machar, go, sprint, sprint. Come on. Start again. Zach, be ready. No, you weren't. That's why he wasn't ready. He was waiting. Start again. The other part to it is, it does teach them to be switched on when they're in the line, all right, and be a good teammate. Let's go. Sprint, sprint. Not bad. Keep moving those feet. Rebound, rebound, rebound. It's a stop or a score, so you keep playing. Rotate, rotate. Down in stance. Throw, sprint, help. Stop, go again. Paul, you must have said it silently because I didn't hear it. You've got to scream, ball, ball, ball. Let's go, start again. Now, depending on the level of your team, these guys are old enough to be pushed. You may not get it, but I think you've got to start to build in purposeful communication all the time. All right, so it's good to build it into all your drills, especially one-on-one. So hold it, I'm going to add one more word in. When the shot goes up, you've got to say shot. Why? Yeah, so all your teammates know the shot's gone up and they have to box out and rebound. All right, good answer. See it once more. Ball, shot. Let's go. Next, next. Ah, it's okay. We'll just do 3 on 3. It's all right. They don't look very happy about it. Ball, shot. Got to hear purposeful communication. One more time. Got to hear purposeful communication. Good. What? If you got one of them, you got to hear say shot. All right, hold there. So it's a simple drill, but you could work some offensive skills. You can make it harder, whatever. The other thing you could do, as the defensive player throws it, you could get them to call help, help, help. Boom, then they close out. So start to build more concepts into it. But again, like I said, I think it works on a skill set, but from a game sense approach where you're not just drilling them the whole time. So I would encourage you, if you did it, let them play the first bit, then add a bit of detail, similar to what we just did there. All right, but obviously I'm trying to get a lot of information across as well. All right, next one, line down here on the base, line up here at halfway, ball's down there. Yep. So again, another one where they're just playing, but we're going to emphasize their defensive skill set. You start with the ball, Paul. You're going to roll it out to the offense. You can catch it on the run, or not that much on the run. You got to wait till he rolls it. All right. Your job is to get a closeout, ball, choppy steps. Then it's live one-on-one. Then we want him to contain and contest. All right. So ball, you basket, nose to chest, all that detail we had before. Try and build it into the game. Move those feet. Good. Good. Keep going. High hands now. High hands. Good. Not bad. Next one. Go. Catch on the run, Machar. Catch on the run. Next one. Start again. Come on, man. He's just trying to give you guys some comic relief, I think. Get out of there. Stop, 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 stop. Go again. So again, depending on the level of kids, you might let them just play Zach knows, close out, close out. Let's go. Get out of it. Stop. You got to say ball. Come on. He thinks I'm like the worst guy in the world, but come on. Let's go. Move your feet, move your feet, move your feet. Good, rebound. Next one, next one, next one. Get the ball. That's how you finish the play. You've got to come up with the ball. Get out on it. Good, good technique. Put your body in front. All right, so Lockie, you have to just close the gate there as you let him step through. really good, and then at the end you have to step in front and wall up, make it tough, box out. Here we go, last one. Not too bad. Machar. Talk. Ball. Good, move those feet, move those feet, move those feet. All right, so we haven't seen it here, and I know it's hard for them as demonstrators, but they've got to compete in the one-on-one drill. So don't let them out if it's after one shot that is turn. They've got to, defense has to come up with the ball and get the rebound, or offense has to score so they compete, because that's what the game is. All right. The other thing I would do is normally challenge them and say they have to close out outside the three-point line. So whether you pick blue or the white, but they roll it out and they have to actually get their feet outside that three-point line to really challenge that, and then really work on that back and across movement. I think as your kids get better, challenge them with that so they don't just sit back. Last one. Wing, two people at the top. Let's go Machar and Paul at the top. Thanks. So far, pretty much everything I've done has been about containing on the ball. All right, but I just want to put one drill in and one concept that's going to help us when we get to team concepts, all right, of defending cuts and jumping to the ball. All right, so I only need those two at the top, Machar and Paul. I need you two off. You can just wait over on the side, sit down for a sec. All right, you two at the top. Ball starts with Lockie. One offense, one defense. All right, so this would be a good drill one day if you've only got 4 or something, but you can just rotate everyone through. But essentially, passer, offense, defense, passer. All right, so there's 2 people that are helping facilitate, then you just rotate through. Passer goes to offense, offense to defense, defense to passer. All right, so the concept we want to work on is all the stuff we've built on so far. So now you're off the ball. What is it? Ball, you what? Ball, man, ball. Yeah, ball, you, your man. All right, so ball, you, man. You can come a bit closer. All right, ball, you, man. You've got to get open, get the lead. As he gets it, close out. Good. You're going to dribble across. Halt. What's the one thing you forgot though when he got the catch? To say ball, purposeful communication. Go again. Get the catch. Close out. Ball. Good. He dribbles across. Freeze. Good. That's what you're going to do. Come back though. So now, pretty good. I'm Paul. I'm on the ball. Spear hand, deflect hand's got to be going like the windscreen wiper on the car. As the pass goes, I'm trying to get a deflection. All right? And I jump to the ball. So that naturally helps me. I'm down, pass goes, try and deflect. Now I'm in a good spot to play a little bit of help in my triangle. Ball, you, man. But I'm also in a good spot to defend the cut. All right, because a lot of teams, particularly in domestic, things like that, pass and cut is very prominent. So, come back. Ball's here. No, that's fine from there. Take a dribble. Go to pass. Deflect. Good. If you've got a tip, that's great. But come back. Come back. Come back. If you don't, so you're here now. All right, now he's going to make a cut. So you're going to take one step away and then try and cut in front. You can't allow that. So what you don't want to allow is a face cut. So they go across your face. A lot of the time, he takes a step that way, you'll jump across, then he goes across the front, he gets the layup. All right? Still happens in my big V team. All right? Come back. So your job is to jump to the ball, keep that ball, you man, set up. All right? And then as he cuts, you can bump him a little bit and ride him out. Let's see it from the start. Then just freeze once we get to that point. Let's go. Good. Cut. Good. Bump him, ride him out. Oh, hold there. Paul, it was perfect. You bumped him and then you stood. Ball goes back. So you bumped. Come back to here. He bumped him and then he stopped playing and just watched the ball. He's got to keep seeing. Ball, you man, ride him out. Ball, you man, ride him out. Now your split line help. You cut out here. And then we're going to play live one-on-one from a flash cut. So see both. All right, now you're going to cut either high or low, and he's got to bump and ride you out, and then we play. All right, go from there. Cut, bump him. Good, play. Play. Ball. Good. Move your feet. No, play. Yeah. No, you're trying to score. Go again. So the first part is drill. The last part you play one-on-one. Got to give you some reward. Start from the start. It was pretty good. Let's see it. Deflect. Bump the cutter. Bump him. Ride him out. See both. Ball the man. Ball you man. Bump. Right out. Play. Good. Stay in it. Good. You got faked out, so pause. You went up with your shot. Don't go up with your hand, down with your legs, all right? Keep your butt down. You can contest like that, all right? Rotate your spot. So they got the sequence of the drill. It's a pretty, there's a bit in it to start with when you're walking through it, but really it's pretty simple. But I think it's really good just to teach that positioning and stance. And again, I still do this with state team, my senior team, all right? And just teach those concepts and drill that one-on-one. Go. I wasn't going to get to that. I do head snap, yeah. But so as I jump to it and they go and I bump, yeah. Go, rotate. Come on, keep going. How are you back in the same spot? We rotate around. Good. Here we go. Stop. Lockie, get down. Pulse your feet. Go. Move on the flight. Get there. Deflect. Bump him, ride him out. Good. See both. You got to check that. Shot. Say shot. All right. Rotate. Boys, there's no one over here. How can we not have that? Go back. You rotate. Defense. So, just emphasizing hands above the ball because that's dropped off. All right. Yours was really good, Lockie, but you're not finishing the play with a box out. So when the shot goes up, they've got to get used to, there must be a collision and they've got to sit on their legs and own the space to get the ball. Don't just turn and look. All right, so finish the play with a box out. You know what I'm talking about? Where you sit on his legs, keep him out of there. All right, that's when you say shot. Let's go. Ball. All right, next, rotate. Hey, Revis, come here. Rotate, boys, they need a passer. Come here, man. Come here. Hey, you guys keep playing. So, you had the right idea, but you overplayed too much. All right, so you really tried to get up and get the steal, which then left the cut open. So all you're trying to do, you pass, I'm defending you. I'm trying to get a tip, but I still got to defend you. All right, so then as you cut, I can then ride you out, okay? Whereas you jumped way off, and then he was straight down the lane. Here we go, down in stance, Zach. Swing it, ball, stop, sub, next person, rotate. You rotate out, next person. Down in stance, come get it, ball, good. Deflect, jump to it, bump him, ride him out. See both. Freeze. Machar, the other kind of freeze. Come back. Now, last point before we move on to the team concepts. Step out more. We got caught on this a couple of times. You got to keep your head on a swivel. So, I'm you. I got to be ball me basket in that triangle, but I might have to keep checking. All right, because it's really hard to see. So we use the term head on a swivel, and we keep checking like this. If anyone's seen Joe Ingles play in the NBA, you watch him, he's really good off the ball, all right? He does the same thing. He's just checking the whole time. He's got vision of everything that's going on, all right? So get back there, head on a swivel, see both. Good, keep checking, play. Good, bump him, ride him out. Ball, good. 5, 4, 3. All right, so make sure you make contact on your box out, even if you just put a hand on him. All right, boys, get a really quick drink. Good job. All right, they've been pretty good. I'm being tough on them, I should calm down. That's the one-on-one. Any questions? Any comments? Anything you do differently? I mean, everyone will do something differently, but anything they want to make a point of. Yep.
Just get run into, I guess, but that doesn't get picked up.
So in what situation, I guess? So perimeter, inside?
Probably more inside,
Yeah. So they're probably on the right.
They're desperate right now.
Yeah. As they get closer in, obviously you can't keep the gap. So really the gapping is on the perimeter and in the full court. As they get inside, if I keep leaving a meter gap, obviously they're going to get an easy shot. So as they get closer, we get closer and it shrinks. And what we actually work on, which we haven't done today, but in future I'm happy to teach you a bit more, is a concept called walling up, which is sort of what you're talking about. So I'm stay down, but I go high with the hands, push with my chest a little bit, all right, keep my hands up and contest the shot. So if you watch me coach ever, you'll hear me yelling it out a lot, all right, but we use the term wall up. So you stay low, but your high hands, right, and you foul with your chest. So in close, you've got to do that, all right, because otherwise they're going to just come in and make a layup, all right. Wall up, yeah, wall up, which generally they sort of get the concept of. Although, funny story, I had a girl that went through our whole state thing, became actually probably our best player of the tournament, and the second last day thought I was saying ball up. So she had no idea what I was talking about the whole time, but that's a true story, believe it or not. So, all right, now if we just look on the second page of the notes, we're now going to get to the defensive positioning, the shell principles. All right. Now we only have 6, but this is good because this happens at times when you have your training. You might have planned for 8, but you've got to modify because only 6 turned up. 2 have got a really good excuse, I'm sure, but you only end up with your 6. So we'll just modify it. But if you look at that first one, those first 3 diagrams, that's essentially the key principles of man-to-man, the positioning. So you look at X2 is on the ball, so their ball you basket, between their player and the basket, communicating ball. The other players are all in those flat triangles off the ball. All right, so they're ball you man off the ball between their player and the basket, see them both, head on a swivel, all right, hopefully. But that's their positioning, okay? Then as the ball moves, it's kind of the concept we just spoke about, which is the jump to the ball. All right, so as the ball goes one way, I don't stay still, I jump to it and move to it. Now we say jump to the ball, but as we'll see when I coach it now, we actually mean turn and sprint and get there really quick. But that's too long and complicated to say. All right, so the concept is jump to the ball, but we don't want them just doing this. We want them to turn and sprint, get to the next spot, so they give help. Because the key principle of man-to-man is obviously, if I'm guarding Lockie, get here, my job is to try and stay in front of him. But occasionally you're going to get beat, so you've got to trust help. All right, so that's what we're going to start to work on is the shell principles or help principles. So boys, can I get the 3 in the Hoppers uniform? Is it 3? But that's all right, he's light, that's okay. The 3 in the dark around the perimeter and the 3 lights. Can you guys start in the key? All right, the ball starts with defense. So there's a million different ways you could drill this, but I just want to get the positioning and get them to kind of understand it. So this is controlled, all right? All you've got to do is work on good closeouts, purposeful communication, and jumping to the ball, but it's not live. Okay, we can do that? Yes? Hopefully. All right, so I start with the ball. You guys start in close. I'm going to roll it out, and whoever's person I roll it to will close out on the ball. What will the other 2 do? Good, you'll close out to the help position. Because again, when you start teaching man-to-man, one of the points that we'll struggle with is everyone thinks, oh, I've got to run to my player. Now at under 8s, you might be okay with that. That might be good enough. Just go and find someone, that's okay. But as you get to your under 10s, under 12s, under 14s and up, you've got to start to get help principles, all right? So when the ball gets rolled out, rather than just starting there, I think it's good because they have to close out to the help, all right? So you close out to ball you man. These guys close out to ball you basket, all right? Down in stance, pointing pistols, all right? So see them both, all right? Head on a swivel so we can play help. So generally, there's 2 different ways you can play it. You can play denial, 1 pass away, and really get up in the lanes. The problem is, what does that open up? Yeah, it opens up more space for driving lanes. So it's about picking your poison. The thing that's really popular at the moment, rather than pressure, is what's called pack, where this guy will sit back and he gives help without helping too much, but his positioning is his help because he's going to deter the drive there. Same thing with Zach. His positioning is his help. Hopefully, Machar isn't looking to drive because of that. All right. Whereas if these guys were 2 steps out, take 2 more steps, big ones, keep going high, towards your guy. All right. Now he sees that, his eyes light up. It's one-on-one. He's going to beat his player. All right. So your positioning as your help is an important concept to understand. Get back to it. All right. Ball, split. All right. So he's the low help guy. He's there, 1 pass away. As the ball's in flight, we close out. So often this will happen. Pass goes. Wait. He reacts on the catch. Too late. All right. He reacts on the catch. Too late. We've got to react as the ball's in air. So as the ball's in flight, you're in flight. Does that make sense? All right. So go back. As the ball's in flight, you're in flight. Down in stance. Swing it. Good. Freeze. Now I've only got 3. So you've got to get to a pack position, so you'll be like the elbow, down in stance, ball you man. All right, in your flat triangle, same thing. Ball you man, you're on the ball. All right, ball you man, see both, down in stance. So he's got a bit of help. All right, he's got that pack. Next pass goes. You're closing out, so those short, choppy steps, so don't run at him. Boom. All right, down. What are you saying? Ball. All right, where have you got to get to? The ball's all the way over there. Yeah, you're going to get right to what we call the split line. So the middle of the court, imaginary line. So the ball's on one wing, your player's all the way over there. You've got to give help. So it's ball you man, it's 2 passes away, you've got to be on split line. Down in stance, wider. Get your wider stance. Get those legs apart. See how wide mine are? Sit down. Good. Point at both. So you've got to see both. Head on a swivel, keep checking. All right? So that's the basic positioning. Now, depending on the level they've done, some of them will understand it already and pick it up really quick. The first time you do it's going to be pretty painful, and it's tough for these guys because they're on show. All right, but this is how I would drill it to start with. So all you're going to do is you're going to work hard for about 30 seconds, or until I've seen you work hard enough. But I want good closeouts because we worked on them before. Choppy steps, hands up, communicating ball. I want to see you move as the ball's in flight. So as the ball's in flight, you're in flight. As it's out of their fingertips, you go. You turn and sprint to the next spot. Jump to the ball, all right, and then we go from there, then we'll swap over. Are we okay? Any questions, boys? Start back here. Start back here. Here we go. Offensively, all you're going to do is catch, hold the ball for a 2 count, 1, 2, then pass it on. All right, that's it. Down in stance. Pulse your feet. Good, Paul. Pulse your feet. I'm not just saying him. Yeah, come on, like we did before. Ready? Who's got ball? Move. Turn and sprint. Keep going. All right, freeze. Now, they're doing the slide. All right. Now, the problem with the slide, when I'm back here, I'm you for a sec, sub out. I'm you for a second. All right. Give me help. Give me help. All right. I'm down in stance. Pass goes, and I slide to the next one. Pass goes quick, and I slide to the next one. It's too late. It's done. So this first one, I'm here. I try and get the deflect. I jump to the ball, and I'm in here. Ball you man. That next one goes. It's got to be turn and sprint and re-establish this. All right. So turn and sprint. That's why I said jump to the ball is kind of confusing, but that's the concept, and they've got to learn it because that's what they'll hear. But it's really about you got to turn and sprint and get there. Okay? So you got to sprint, you got to sprint, you got to sprint to the next spot. All right, start again. Start again, start again. Down in stance. Down in stance. Here we go. Who's got ball? Who's got ball? Ball. Good. Good. Sprint to it. Good. Turn and sprint, turn and sprint. Get there, Zach. Sprint. Good boy. See both, see both, see both. All right, hold there. Swap over. Swap over. Better. Bit better. All right, it takes time, but start to get positioning. Like I said at the start, if we can get positioning, then we can coach the rest of it, and it'll take time. But without positioning, the rest doesn't matter. All right, so this is really important for them to get. Down in stance. Oh, sorry. Got to do my job. Pulse your feet. Good. Lower, Lockie. Lower. Good, good, good. Who's got ball? Good. Jump to it. Jump to it. Good. Oh, whoa, whoa. Hey, 2 count. 1, 2, pass. All right, you guys are really making them work. Start again. Start again. But that was better. All right, you guys would have seen the difference there. Just a bit more intensity and a bit more confidence in the concept. Plus buying into those little details. Sit low, pulse your feet. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Fast, fast, fast. Whose ball? Good. Turn and sprint. Turn and sprint. Get there quicker. Turn and sprint. Turn and sprint. Get there. See both. Head on a swivel. Hold there. All right, not bad. So you guys are good with positioning. One thing you guys weren't great with was when we're here, head on a swivel. So check them both. Because in a game, there's a fair chance this guy might just cut in from the weak side and try and get the ball. And if you're not checking, he might get open. He might get in front and get that face cut over the top and get the ball. All right? So make sure when you get that ball you man flat triangle, you're on split line, you're that low help player, you see both. Start one more time. Pretty good though. I'm pretty happy with that. Pretty happy with that. Start again. Start again. Ball with me. Down in stance. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Who's got ball? Who's got ball? Swing it. Ball. Get your hand up. Get your hand up. Good, good. Not bad. Not bad. Hold there. That's pretty good. Pretty good. All right, I'll live with that. So I would just do that, and I wouldn't do it for too long because it'll be really tedious. But teach it to them once, get a couple of reps through it, move on, and then come back to it. Don't spend your whole 45 minutes on that because you'll turn your hair grey and you'll lose it. But also, they'll lose their mind and this stuff around as well. They'll start playing with other things, whatever. Because the concept's quite hard for the first time. Again, for you guys that have been around basketball and things, it's a lot easier. When you're first doing it, all right, even some of these guys that have possibly done it a bit before, it took them a while, all right? So just be patient and chip away at it over time. All right, Clayton, can you be a passer for me, please? Can I get wing, and then 2 green here. 1 low, 1 high. And then sub out, Paul sub out. Actually, you guys are coming in next on offense. Get on the wings. All right, so this is the next drill I have written down, stay or go drill. So there's a coach at the top, offense on the wing, and then high and low help on defense. All right, the drill starts with the coach passing to a wing. Now, the rule I have is that the low player in this drill always closes out to the ball. So, whichever side the ball goes, you're getting it. Machar, you're dropping to help. So you're down in stance, pass goes either way, you drop to help. Lockie, your job's to close out. Walk through that. So it goes, you got ball, you're there. Good. So then they're in their positioning. Now what we're going to start to work on is building on the purposeful communication in a game situation. All right? So the communication on whether they need help or not. Now, this is starting to get 14s and up, possibly good 12s. All right? But to challenge us a little bit. So now your ball, you man, you've got your help position, all right, down in stance. Now, we don't want you to just be stuck in mud as a drive happens. You've got to make a decision. Do you need the help or not? Because if you don't need the help, don't stay there and give him an open shot, all right? What would you start to do if you didn't need the help? Start to go back, all right? Start to go back and guard your own. So that's a stay situation. So he stays with his, you stay with yours. All right, you still got to play a bit of help, but you get a bit closer. You cheat back, come back. If he's beat, we play defense like that first one-on-one drill where no one can stay in front, and he gets smoked. Go, beat him. This is a go, so you come and take the ball. Go, go, go. You call it early, loud, continuous, and then you're rotating out. All right, it's 2-on-2 and we play from there. So Machar's job as the help player is to decide on the decision step, does he need help or not? So is it a stay situation? Stay, and I can cheat back a little bit, all right, to get the contest, but also the box out? Or is it a go situation where you've got to rotate? All right? Now, what's going to help you make that decision? Yeah, but he's going to talk it. He's got to make the decision to talk it. Go back on the ball. So building on the one-on-one. Where did we say we're happy for the ball to go? Behind the edge of what? Backward. So it's going down here, and Lockie's still between him and the basket. Ball, you basket. Start dribbling. Keep going. Let him beat you a little bit. Good. Come in here. Come in here. That would be what? Help? Would it? That'd be stay. Stay, and you cheat back. All right, because if he makes that shot over Lockie, we'll live with it. They're going to make something. All right, so if he goes behind the edge of the backboard or outside the elbows and Lockie's still between him and the basket, that's a stay. All right, if he's beating him and you can see his number, you see Heathdale Hornets coming right at you, you take it, call go, and we rotate. Let's see it once. Let's see it. All right, so like I said, this is getting into 14s. Certainly, you know, good 12s could start to do it, and we do it with some of the rep kids, but it's just starting to build purposeful communication and understanding positioning is your help, but then don't just be stuck in mud on the drive. Make a decision. Do they need help, or can you go back to your own? Zach, you're in this game, remember? So be ready. You can cut in, all that sort of stuff. Let's go. Stay. Drive it. Try and beat him. No, you're trying to beat him. My fault. Terrible coaching. On your catch, you're trying to drive the score. They're trying to drive the score. If it goes to you, Zach, same thing. If you get it, you've got to drive the score. All right? Out of the way, Paul. Ready? Go again. So Lockie, you got to keep guarding for 3 slides. You went 2 and stood up. Got to stay down. Now, he had him, so it's on him. Stay. Cheat back. Stay. All right? Make him make the contested shot. Down in stance. Pulse your feet. Pulse. Who's got it? Keep going. Good. What was it? Yeah, you got to say it though so he knows. All right? One more time. Ball, stay, go, shot are the 4 key words they've got to be able to say. Let's go. Ball. Good. All right, so we heard 2 of them. We heard ball and stay, but we've got to hear ball, stay, go, or shot. All right, so stay or go, obviously only 1. But Machar, when the ball got kicked out, you've got to say ball again. Because in a game, it's not just 2 people. It could be confusing. You've got to declare ball so we know who's on it. So we don't have 2 people running at it. Down in stance. Actually, Lockie, you take high. Machar, you go low. Good, get back on it. Now, go back to that shot. You called stay, which was great. But what you did was you got stuck here. You got to cheat back a bit, because has he shot that, what's he going to do? Or should do? You should go and try and... Rebound the ball. You go and get the ball on the glass. All right? So you get closer so then you can box him out, because 70% of shots are going weak side. All right? So you got to be there. One more time. Is the concept making sense, or am I... Good. All right, not bad. All right, Daniel and Paul, you guys play against, so Lockie and Machar, you go offense. Daniel and Paul come play defense. All right, down in stance, pulse your feet, pulse. Who's ball? All right, go back. What did you say, Dan? Stay. All right, so they're going to make wrong decisions occasionally, but they've just got to stick with it. So if you said stay, then he's got to stay with it, you come back. If you call go, then you're taking it and he's got to go. He's got to trust your call, all right? Because we've got to build confidence in our communication system. Down in stance. Yeah, the person that can see it, call it. Because it's a good point. Just hold for a second. So Dave just asked a good question about who and why calls it. So for me, it's always the help player, the split line player. Reason being, come back and set up. All right, ball's there. All right, I'm you for a second. When I'm on this, I'm trying to do all those drills before. My job is just to fight to stay in front and force a contested shot. All right, so even if he starts to beat me, I don't give up on it and say, oh, help, what are you doing? All right, I'm trying to get there until he tells me otherwise. He calls go, assertively take the ball, then I'll go. All right, the other thing is he can see it. All right, I'm just trying to play. He can see if I'm beat or not. He can see Heathdale Hornets or the Tiger coming at him or whatever it is. All right, so because he can see it, he calls it, or she. Just rotates out. Well, in a bigger situation, there'd be a rotation, but in this one, yes. That's the concept to start with, yeah. Yeah, so they basically just swap. Yep. Ready? Ball. Good, cheat back then, Dan. Cheat back, cheat back. Good. Yes. I'd hope so. Try and beat him, try and beat him. All right, not bad, not bad. Is there any other questions on that stay or go drill? So I use that drill all the time because it starts to build your communication system. And again, it varies because some people are coaching under 8s, under 10s. That's probably a bit too advanced. Pretty much everything else you could start to do in some way, shape or form. This is starting to get to your 14s and up, or like a really good under 12s group that's switched on and possibly already playing rep or whatever it might be. But certainly a group that already understands the concepts from before. But you're starting to get the understanding of your positioning's your help, but it doesn't mean we all collapse on the ball, because just come out, boys, and set up the 3 out. So I get the 3 darks set up. Quick, 3 dark. 3 light on defense, jumping on defense. Ball here. Get to your help positions. So ball, high help, low help. Good. So, because this is what will happen when you first start teaching it, and what once you get to a higher level you want to avoid. When they drive it, all of these people will swarm to the ball. Swarm it. Come. Now, that will work okay in most stuff that you guys coach in. However, we're trying to advance them for where they want to get to. If you do that at the level, higher rep level, senior level, state level, that's a kick out and a wide open 3, and it's basically a layup for them. All right, so even though that'll get you more wins, the concept I would like to see it work on is the decision of whether they need to help or not. So I really only want 1 on the ball. All right, we're not trapping it on that drive. We're helping if we need to, or we're staying and cheating back. That's how I teach it. Some people trap that. All right, but I think the higher level you go up, you've got to be able to play one-on-one basketball. So that's why I teach it that way. Does that make sense? Cool. All right, boys, get a really quick drink. Really quick drink. There's 2 more you got to do. All right, I'll really quickly get through the last 2, hopefully. I think I'll get there. So now I want to do it live with 3-on-3 to start to get the rotation, which was kind of what we were hinting on here with do they switch or not. So set up, boys. Quick. 3 hoppers crossing guys on the baseline, 3 light around the perimeter. Ball down here. So 3-on-3 closeout drill. Again, a great drill you can do at your practice in the half court and do a lot of concepts out of. So start down in stance, hands up. Down in stance, hands up. All right, ready to play. Okay, swing the ball and you close out opposite. So you go opposite, say ball, swing it, freeze. So as this is getting passed, it's like the drill before. Turn and sprint, get the help. Once it goes to you on the wing, it's live. All right, so you're going to try and beat him. All right, so you get it. You can, but you're going to try and beat him. So then Lockie has to make a decision as the low help player, stay or go like before that we just drilled. Now, if it was a stay, so take a dribble or 2 and Machar stays in front, cheat back, stay, we cheat back and get a bit closer because it's going to be a one-on-one contested shot. We don't want to give up a bailout pass. We also don't want to give up an offensive rebound, so we're close to the box out. We want to cheat back and take away the bailout. All right? If it's a go back. So if he's beat, so Machar plays bad defense, he beats him, go, hold, walk through this. So this is where that rotation comes in. So that because he would have to sink, because otherwise that'll be a layup, and then you would peel off. So he'll get that pass, you'll get that one. Does that make sense? All right, that's in the go situation. You rotate across and down. All right, then on the kick out, so get to there. Then on the kick out, the key concept is kick it. Now we've got to have a good closeout because we don't want to scramble on a scramble. I've got that in the notes. We don't want to scramble on a scramble because if we kick it out and then Machar, you get beat again, I guarantee the game's done because we're not going to be realigned. So we've got to make sure in that kick out, a key concept is don't scramble on a scramble, make sure it's a good closeout. All right? Start from the start. Let's see it. 3-on-3 closeout drill. All right, you can build lots of concepts into it. We're just going to work on the basic shell. Let's go. Swing it. Ball. Ball. Turn and sprint. Nose to chest. Good. Stay. Move. Get on it then. All right, hold there. Hold there. Go back to that. So, two things didn't happen. The first part was really good. But then Dan has got kicked out on the stay. Ball got kicked. You just stayed where you were. All right? Now, he might not have made a shot, but he was way too comfortable to just, boom, make a pass. So you've got to have a closeout, touch distance, good. And he's got to be under some pressure. If the ball's above his head, you got that hand up there. Get up close. If the ball is up there, because you just stay low. All right? So it's not easy. The thing Lockie didn't do was kind of the drill we did before, where his head's on a swivel and defends the flash cut. So you should have been here checking as he came, boom. All right? Don't let him get it. All right? So you got to make sure you're there. See both, because otherwise you got the face cut across the top and the post up. Okay? Go again. One more time. I'll just do one more rep of that and then we'll move on to the last drill. Hopefully I can remember it. Here we go. Ball. Get around, Lockie. Get around. No catch. Stay or go. All right. Paul, you become this wing. Nice shot, man. Paul, you become this wing. Play top. Start again. Last one. Paul, try and get in the paint. Try and get in the paint. Force a go situation. Stance. Stop, stop, stop. We're not in line at the bank. We're not in line at KFC after you played a game. Get down ready. Come on. Get down ready. Let's go. Paul, you too, man. Let's go. Ball. Ball. Good. All right. That's fine if you say stay, but call it loud. So then he knows he's got to contest. All right. Don't half-heartedly do it. All right. Again, go one more slide. You had him close to the edge of the backboard, but you stood up at the last second. So you've got to be able to defend for 3 slides. All right. Now they're not like this, but you've got to stay in front for 3, which is basically 2 dribbles. All right, then you can contest. You went 2 and stood up. All right, one more time. I know I've said that 3 times, but this is the last one. Let's go. Ball. Jump to it. Good. Move it. Try and beat him. Lockie, don't allow that face cut. So Lockie, if he gets between you and the ball, hey, this is a really important concept. If he gets between you and the ball, he's going to get it. It's got to be ball you man. So even if he's in close, you still got to deny. That's what I was talking about before, is he comes, bump, ball you man, and you stop him getting it. All right, not bad. Last one is a rebounding drill. Give me 2 players here. 2 players here. 2 players start down on the block. 2 players up behind. So that's not a spot, Dan. So come up behind. Come up behind. 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 All right. So, on the rise of the shot, you guys are going to have to box out. So the key concept with boxing out, and this is kind of a fun way to do it, competitive way to do it, you just got to make sure it doesn't get dangerous. The key part is there's got to be some form of contact or collision. So as this shot goes up now, I'm going to take the shot, so it misses, that's why. All right, you guys have to come out and make contact or make contact. Now as he runs the basket, depending on which way he goes, pivot, and you've got to try and own the space. So you've got to be low, arms up, so you're ready to rebound. But it also, as you try and go around me, I can feel where he is. Now I'm not elbowing, I'm not doing any of that, but I'm low and trying to own the space. You're trying to crash as hard as you can and get the ball. The rule's going to be for this game, whoever gets it is trying to score it. So if you guys get it, you're trying to score it. If you guys get it, you're trying to score it. All right, and we're keeping our scores. Ready? Down in stance, make sure there's contact on the box out. Let's go. Get it, play. Rebound, score. You gotta listen. Get it, keep playing. No fouls in this game. Get it, score it. Don't get pushed out. Get it, score it, Lockie, score it. Perimeter. Put it in. There's no fouls. Keep going. Put it in, Paul. All right, hold there. The next clinic will be on making layups, clearly. So, start again. All right, so now we rotate. So, offense becomes defense. So, you guys were offense, become defense. You guys out. All right, now if we had 8, it'd be easier because the next 2 would come in from the base, quick reps. All right, down, make sure there's a collision on your box out, try and own the space. Let's go. Get it, own the space, come on, Lockie. So you did the right thing, there was contact, but then it was like when I guarded you. So you hit, he went this way, pivot, keep him out, own the space. All right, rotate. You guys are in, you're there. Ready, let's go. Get on it, get on it, get on it. Come on, score it. Keep playing. So the other thing I don't do is I don't call fouls in it, but just keep it under control. Mainly so they play through contact. But depending on what your team's like, you might have to call it. Get it, score. Oh my God. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hey, here we go, ball. Ball, quick, quick. Rotate. Down in stance, show me. You ready to go? Crash hard, crash hard. Get it, good. Way to push him out of there. Get it. Good, Paul. Score. Take the contact and score. Take the contact and score. Keep playing. Keep playing. Rebound. Good. Ball with me. Ball with me. Hurry up. Hurry up. Get it. Better. Better. Here we go. And 1 for sure. Here we go. Sit low. Pivot. Score. All right, hold there. So last point. All right, so it's competitive. This kind of comes back to the thing I said about game sense. So they don't really know, or you don't have to really, to start with, tell them it's about boxing out or rebounding or competing. Let them play it, then build the technique into it. But I'm trying to give it all at once. But the main thing is, so shot goes up, contact or collision. Then as he runs, I've got to pivot and keep him out. Sit on their legs, try and own that space. All right, arms up so I'm ready to rebound, but also I can feel where he is. All right, so that's the technique. Kind of looks funny, but if you get good at it, you're really effective. All right, can we just thank the boys? All right, come in, sit down, sit down, sit down. Really hard to do, to demonstrate. So awesome effort by them, and I was pretty tough on them. I didn't just let them get away with it. Sit. I didn't let them get away with it, so really appreciate them giving up their Sunday night as well to help everyone here and obviously me get that done. Is there any questions? I tried to have questions on the run, but if anyone's got any or any ideas or anything I missed, just yell out now.
Would you bother taking Shelford for those under 18 teams? Like,
Yeah.
because the gap doesn't really flow in that way.
Yeah.
It's not really fast around the outside.
Yeah, it's hard. I've never coached under 8s or under 10, so it's really hard for me to comment. So I'm not claiming to be an expert in it. I think it depends on where your group's at. So if you've got a really good group and they're excelling, then it would be there. If not, you'd be spending most of your time on skill development, really. You know, in your 45 minutes you'd be working on can they pass, dribble, all that sort of stuff. Maybe get to some one-on-one defense where they move and contest, don't just slap, you know, all that sort of stuff. But it's hard for me to comment because I haven't coached it, but that would be my advice is you've just got to gauge it on where it's at. So I think on the skill matrix we've developed, it probably isn't in there. So it's probably too advanced, but you know, you might have a really good group. I think your group's pretty good. So you might want to challenge them a little bit with at least understanding that when the ball's there, I'm not hugging my player out here, I'm playing help and seeing both. You know, you might want to start to get to it without overdoing it. Anything else? Yeah. Small on big, big on small. Yeah. So I think, and we kind of had it a couple of times here, the main thing is, obviously, it comes back to that intangible stuff, that effort and energy to get that ball you basket. So if Lockie had have really not wanted Zach to get there and he got ball you basket and was sort of fronting it, all right, sorry, ball you man, not ball you basket. So he was there and fronting it to stop it coming in, and there was ball pressure. That's why the guy's not sagging off. Hopefully it's harder to get in. So my team at the moment, my big V team's pretty small. You'd say, Dave, like we're a smaller team. So we have to deal with that a lot. But what we try and emphasise is trusting the team rules. So if we trust that there's ball pressure, denial and front on the post, and split line help, then hopefully we mask it. So that's how we sort of emphasise it at that level even. I think you could do the same at the junior level. So is that sort of answer what you're talking about? Yeah. Yeah, so I think the ball pressure is key. You can't let the person stand here like this and pick where to pass it. You've got to get them playing on the back foot or dribbling in, and then really making sure that you don't get caught sitting behind, because once you get behind, the game's done. All right, so they've got to be ball you man in that passing lane or fully fronting. I think that's important. I pretty much play, or I try and play full court, man to man. But you can play obviously half court or quarter court. I would generally say within a metre of the 3-point line at our level. You might be able to say 3-point line, but certainly I would say at least 3-point line to start to have that as the pick-up point. Yeah. I got one question, and it's you don't have to all answer it, or you might be afterwards. You might come, but I guess we know that the no zone's coming now. My question is for you guys as coaches in the program, which is awesome. We can't operate as a sport without people like you to give up your time. But what can we do? I mean, you guys are here, so you're converted. But what else can we do to help, obviously, people be confident to teach man-to-man as we transition to a no-zone policy in under 8s to under 14? So you don't necessarily have to answer now. Someone might have an idea, but it might be something you shoot through on an email to Chris, who runs the comps, or myself. But I guess we're open to ideas on how we can better educate people so it's a smoother transition and they understand the why. All right. So the why is for player development. The why is for player development. No zone. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Anything else? Any other thoughts?
I think the rest to tell them after the game too, if they're
Yeah.
doing it, say, you know, this is coming up.
Yep.
Because the under 10s and under 12s are starting to do the zoning.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, you can notice
Yeah, it's a hard one. You guys have kind of got the privileged information at the moment. We actually haven't announced it fully, but that's certainly an idea. So, but I don't know. It's just something to think about, I guess, is how we can better help. But I like the suggestions. Yeah. Yeah. So Glenn just pointed out the Facebook page. There's a WBA Coaches Facebook page. I don't know if anyone's in it or if a lot of people are in it here. Certainly know there's a couple. There's about 250 coaches in it. Certainly everyone's welcome to share in it. But Jared, our basketball development officer, and myself regularly put up resources in there as well. So that's another space that Glenn's just pointed out. We also have the website. There's a fair bit of info on the website. This clinic will go on the website, so the other ones we've done previously are there as well. But what I'll do in a day or two when we've got it up, I'll flick the link out to all of you on email because you're all registered, and I'll also send the notes in case you want to share it with some people in your club or anything like that. So, but really, all I want to do is thank these guys and thank you guys for giving up your time tonight. It was awesome. Thank you.